So this video has been requested by a lot of you on my Facebook page, so I decided to do it. Yay! Yay for doing things. The majority of the things in this video that I'm going to mention I actually bought myself, I saved up for, so I could like treat myself for my birthday. This is stuff I got for my birthday, slash bought for my birthday, slash was given to me on my birthday, if I mention. I've got this huge box here, which is actually an Illamasqua box, sorted through the majority of the things that I actually bought and shoved them in there. I'll also zoom in on the products themselves so that you can see properly. The majority of this stuff is makeup, I do warn you in advance, and I have used, like, I think every single thing, apart from like 2 things already. No random order whatsoever, I'm going to put my hand in this box of stuff and pull out whatever I pull out. Yeah, that's what she said, that made no sense. Pull out and be like, hey, yeah, whatever. I've got really bad at this, but I'll get better once I get used to talking to a camera again. Item number 1. Da-da! First thing is this bronzing powder by Inglot. Now, I hadn't tried any of Inglot's facial products before. I'd tried their gel eyeliners and their eyeshadows, but I'd never ever tried the face makeup. And I'd heard of quite a few of my friends that their face makeup is supposed to be really good. I got their bronzing powder in 73, which is their lightest, and that is their advanced makeup components section. And then I also got the YSM, which is young skin makeup section pressed powder in 40. These bad boys. I'm wearing the bronzing powder now. I use it to contour my face. What I really like about it is the fact that it's matte. Not only does it last all day, but it's really good for contouring and building up the contouring rather than, you know, I found with some bronzing powders slash contour colours that, you know, you have to be very careful with how much you put on because they'll be like, pow! But with this one, it's like, you know, it builds it up. It's not just like, you have to be risky, you don't have to be all, I hope that I don't put too much on my face, basically. And as for the face powder, I actually really like it. I found that it actually goes really well with one of the foundations that I'm going to mention in a minute. I think that I'll talk about that next. Illamasqua's Light Liquid Foundation. I'm not the kind of person that normally goes for light coverage foundations or BB creams because I'm one of those people that likes to be a bit of a perfectionist. I want my bags covered, I want my spots covered, any redness around my nose covered, I want this covered, blah. But sometimes, you know, you don't want a face full of makeup, you don't just want to be like, ugh, and sometimes you can't even be bothered to do it. Well, I know that I can't be asked doing, you know, a full face of makeup every day. By the way, a lot of the makeup that I got was actually in a sale. I didn't just go out and spend like hundreds and hundreds of pounds on stuff. So, what I actually really like to do in combination is I like to wear the light liquid foundation with a primer underneath and then put the Inglot powder on top of it. I found that that kind of gives you a light coverage, but it covers like your dark circles and any kind of red tinges without any concealer, which is pretty awesome. The light liquid foundation is not full coverage in any shape or form. It's kind of just like a moisturizing slight tint, but I don't know, it's really hard for me to like explain some things in videos at the moment because, you know, I've kind of lost my way of speaking. I also like to mix the light liquid foundation with Illamasqua's, what's it called now? Rich Liquid, that's what it's called. I like to mix them both together because then it kind of gives you a bit more coverage, but it's not really heavy. And I found that the Rich Liquid foundation by Illamasqua is very kind of greasy and heavy for my skin. You know, I think that'd be really good for like dry skin, but not for oily skin. And at the moment, I've got normal skin, but I'm kind of going through a phase where I'm a bit oilier sometimes than I normally am. So the last thing I want to do is put something that's greasy on my face. My hand in the random box, she's cheating. The next thing I'm going to talk about is this. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Duo. I actually found out about Anastasia Beverly Hills last year when I went to America. I got one of their brow duos, but it wasn't this new packaging, it was like silver packaging. I think it's their older, you know, the older packaging. I think this might be the new packaging, but I got it in ebony. This is in dark brown. Now ebony is really dark, so I found that it can kind of make my eyebrows look very not right, and it took me a while to realise, you know, how bad it was actually making my face look. I don't know, sometimes your eyebrows can overpower your whole face, and I only just realised I was making that mistake. Like, I know it sounds silly, but like when I'm putting eyebrows on another person or like, you know, I'm doing someone else's makeup, I will not make any mistakes. But when I'm doing my own makeup, a lot of the time, you become a little bit of a perfectionist or you make mistakes because what you see in the mirror sometimes isn't exactly the way that you are visualised. So I decided I needed some new eyebrow stuff, so I went out of my way and I purchased this. I think this was about £17 or something like that, and it wasn't in a sale, and it was a little bit steep for what it is. However, with my other one that I've got, it's lasted me a very, very long time. A very long time, because I was still using it, and I've still got lots and lots and lots of product left. What I really like about this is it's slightly lighter than the Ebony, because this is dark brown, but it's still pretty dark because naturally I've got dark eyebrows, and I can't avoid that no matter how many times I've just, you know, gone over my eyebrows with like white crayon or overplucked them or changed the colour of them. My natural eyebrow colour is dark brown, very dark brown, because I've naturally got very dark brown hair. Kind of see here because of my roots. Really, really like this stuff. Knew I'd like it anyway. Lasts a very, very long time. Tiny little bit, goes a long way. Very, very pigmented. Would get this if you're an eyebrow freak like I am. I love this stuff. Someone was asking, do you change your eyebrows in every video? And I was kind of like, maybe. I'm very sporadic with my eyebrows. Like one day I want thick eyebrows, next day I want thin eyebrows. So I keep my eyebrows at kind of like a medium length. I think they look a bit more thinner today than they normally do, but yeah. The next thing I'm going to talk about is this e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator. Absolutely love this stuff, and I love the smell. It kind of smells like brown sugar, but American brown sugar, not English brown sugar. It's got that slightly bitter, but sweet smell. And it's really, really good, and it tastes really nice. One thing I really didn't like about the bubblegum lip scrub by Lush, you know, after a while of using it, was the fact that, you know, not only was I using it to just eat the sugar because it tasted so nice, really unhygienic because I would just dip my finger in, dip my finger in, whereas with this, it's, you know, it's like a lipstick, and I find that really handy. I thought that I broke it, but I didn't. Another thing that I also purchased from e.l.f. was their contouring blush and bronzer, and this was before I actually bought the Inglot one, or made the decision to buy the Inglot one. I just kind of wanted to try it out because I figured that they were having a sale on, and it was for my birthday, and I thought, why not? Normally I wouldn't buy like 2 bronzers from 2 different companies and just be like, way, because I see it as a waste of money. I like to try things out and kind of dedicate my time to trying that thing out before I move on to the next thing and the next thing. And this is that. I really, really, really like it. I don't really have much to say about it. I found that this is really handy to take with me to my boyfriend's house because I've got my blush colour and I've got contouring colour, so I don't have to kind of cart 2 separate objects around. So this is really good for like travelling, I think. Another thing I got was this e.l.f. baked blush, and I can't remember what it's called, which is really, really terrible because I really, really like this a lot. It's like awesome shimmery. I'm sorry I can't tell you the name of this, but it's not got a name on the back of it. It's just got 2101EF D28. If you can make sense out of that, then good for you! I just thought the colour was pretty, and it was sale time. Hell yeah! Plus, I hadn't bought makeup for such a long time that I kind of went a little bit crazy for my birthday. It was the only time where I could actually afford to treat myself for the first time in ages, so I was just like, yeah, good cause. Another thing from e.l.f. was their 3-in-1 mascara, lengthen, define, and volumize. This. One thing that I really, really don't like about this is the fact that, I don't know, like, no matter what I do, it does not thicken my lashes at all. It does lengthen them to a certain extent, and it's okay. It's an alright mascara, I'll still use it, but it's got nothing unlike the other mascaras that I own. It was a sale, and it was a birthday present to myself, from myself, so whatever. 2 more things from e.l.f. Yeah, the majority of my birthday stuff may have been from e.l.f., but yeah. I'm obsessed with contour eyeshadow brushes, or eyeshadow contour brushes preferably. Smudge brushes always come in handy for like that tiny little bit of eyeshadow in the awkward place, or to smudge the crap out of your eyeliner so you look like Avril Lavigne. Don't know why I picked Avril Lavigne. All in all, I really like these. I was a bit disappointed because the contour brush came with a bit of like dirt on it, but it was like a bogey. It was almost like a bogey on top of it, and I was scrubbing it clean for ages and ages and ages, and it took me ages to get it off. And part of me was like, should I contact e.l.f. about that? But then I was kind of like, don't be a pussy, Jess, just clean the brush and use it. It's probably just a bit of glue from the manufacturing place. Can never ever get enough of these little brushes. After a lot of time, contour brushes tend to get all shaped weird, especially if you use them a lot, but this one's been pretty good, to be honest, and I would definitely recommend it. The last thing I got from e.l.f. was an e.l.f. Elements palette, and these are palettes which you can put together yourself. You get to pick some of the eyeshadows and then you separately buy the container, and it's just like, yeah! Love this palette. I got highlighting colour, I kind of got lid colour, you know, something to contour my eye with, and then just a little a little something that I thought was pretty, and I put them all together. I also made a palette for my friend Olivia for her birthday, which had like 3 of the exact same colours, because we were into a lot of the same things, and then the only thing that was different was 1 extra colour to kind of make it a little bit, you know, personally a little bit different, because on your birthday you want to feel a little bit more special. So I figured I'm not going to just buy her the exact same thing I'm buying for myself. It would be nice to make it a little bit more personal. Really like this palette. Good price for money. Good price for money. But if you catch e.l.f. when they're doing like 50% off, 80% off, or any of these crazy things, that's when you should buy from e.l.f. because not only is e.l.f. already pretty cheap, but then if you like wait for a sale, it's super cheap. Hello there, big camera. And the next thing is this. This is a MAC eyebrow pencil in Lingering. A lot of YouTubers are obsessed with this and I had just never tried it. All in all, I'm really digging this. I didn't technically get this, my boyfriend bought it for me. It was really nice. Thank you, boyfriend. If I'm having a day where I kind of want to build up my eyebrows, I want them lighter than normal, this tends to work pretty well. Shut up, eyebrow pencil! I have no life. Another thing that I got was this Smashbox Prime. It's your prime kit. And inside it, there's a photo finish foundation primer, a photo finish lid primer, and a photo finish hydrating under eye primer. It's better to actually buy the Smashbox. It's your prime kit as opposed to buying like the full size primers if you've never tried them before. Smashbox were originally like, well, they didn't invent primers, but they started off like with primers, and they were like the first big proper company to actually like, you know, develop really good primers and blah blah blah. Smashbox's golden products or whatever is always the primers. Everybody always raves about the primers, and they've got loads of different types of primers. And I was with my boyfriend at the time when he got me this, and they also gave me a sample of their green Smashbox primer, and she gave me a really generous sample. That's what she said. She was a hooker and she lived in Brooklyn. No, she didn't. I think this is really cute, and I've been really loving it. I've tried Smashbox before. The reason that she actually gave me that green tester was because I couldn't figure out which primer it was that I like, you know, tried and loved and used up, because it was so long ago that I actually used Smashbox primer. I'm very into my Hydra Veil primer by Illamasqua at the moment, so I don't really seem to be using anything other than that. All in all, if you're thinking about trying Smashbox primers, I recommend that you do this. It's cheaper, a lot cheaper. But yeah, I was with my boyfriend, we were in Boots, and I was just eyeing it up, and it's like he was stuck on what to get me for my birthday. So he was just like, do you want that? And I was like, no. And he was like, let me get you it. And I was like, no. And then he got me it anyway. Bless his cotton socks. I think it was the green one that I really liked. I think that the size is probably going to do me for quite some time. Probably not going to be buying another primer for a while now, because I've got Hydra Veil and a full flipping tub of the Smashbox primer, even though it's only a tester size. But it's probably going to last me for quite some time. By the time I've run out of primers, I should figure out which Smashbox primer it is that I want the most to repurchase. Primer. Oh, I also forgot about this angled brush from e.l.f., which has just made an appearance. I totally forgot to mention it, my bad. But yeah, way! Brush. I got this for myself from sale. Another thing that I got was this Illamasqua base coat. Now, I'd heard a lot of things about this Illamasqua base coat, like a lot of my friends have been raving about it. It's supposed to be like one of the best nail base coats out there. Not the kind of person that normally raves over nail base coats, but it seems that the older that you get, the more it comes about your face before makeup, or your nail before the nail polish, and you know what I mean? I've got all these pretty nail polishes, but I find that they never last very long, you know, 1-2 days before they chip like there's no tomorrow. Why not invest in a base coat? And I did, and I love it. I also got this in a little Mascara sale. So, I gave in to the jelly high shine nail paint-ness. A lot of people have been raving about these nail polishes, and I was just kind of like, ha! It's nail polish! I've been having Barry M nail polish for years. What makes this so special? They last so long. Especially with the Illamasqua nail base coat, seriously, I absolutely love them. I'm wearing the purple one on my hands at the moment. I've actually kind of started a collection with these now. I've got like the orange one and the purple one over there. And I think that I've got another one somewhere. My boyfriend bought me these two for my birthday. Thank you so much, again. And then there was also a case of, if you buy so many nail polishes from Beverly, you get this free. And this is just like a limited edition bright fuchsia nail varnish, which obviously I'm gonna love because I like bright things. which you already know by now. Some other nail polishes that I got from them were these two, and these are their Chameleon Colour Change. Tell you one thing, these are very, very pretty nail polishes, but they don't really change colour. No matter what they say, they don't really change colour, I'll be honest with you guys. Very pretty, very, very pretty, but there's nothing really chameleon-y about them, I've found anyway. Maybe I've got faulty ones, who knows? But yeah, I bought these two. And then I also bought another two nail polishes. I got two Magnetic Effects nail polishes. These two Cosmetic Glow Neptune. Really, really like these. Really like them. There's different patterns on them, which I had no idea about until Niall pointed it out. So sometimes you can interchange them. So if you actually have a collection of the nail effects, but you want a certain colour with like a certain effect, you can just like interchange the lids and nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know. Another thing that I got for my birthday was a whiteboard, some pens, and a eraser board thing. One of those things, dry wipe eraser thing. So I could do a Draw My Life video, hey hey! And I finished writing all the notes for it now, but I'll tell you one thing now. Trying to shorten down the events that have made me me throughout my life has been incredibly difficult, and I've wrote 7,500 words. Yes, I need to shorten it down big time. So if any of you, want to put some recommendations in the comments and let me know specifically what stages of my life you might, be most interested in, then I can make sure I mention those things. But at the moment I'm kind of thinking about things that have made me into the person that I am and how I learned to think the way that I think, and the simple things that people mention in the Draw My Life videos. So if you've got any suggestions, what you really want to see in the Draw My Life video, let me know down below, so that when it comes to me recording it, then I have a rough idea and I can hopefully shorten it down from like 7,000 million words. That doesn't even make any sense, but hopefully I'll be able to shorten it down, and then it'll be more awesome because it'll be shortened down and it won't be stupidly long, but it probably will end up being stupidly long anyways. So yeah. I also got these pens. I didn't really want to go all boring and just have black, so I thought a nice little variety would be awesome. My Yaya also got me a new perfume. How mad does that make my eyes look? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Did that freak anyone out? Yay! 10 points to anybody who guesses what perfume this is. And it's the size of my head. A cat the size of my head. This is Purr by Katy Perry. And you can decapitate the cat from its body. Explain that one, Katy Perry. I just have to spray myself with this now. I almost said if I could snort this, I would. I loved it so much. And then I realised that it wouldn't be that's what she said. It would be that's what the druggie said. I have wanted this perfume for a very, 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 very long time. And when I say long time, I mean very long time. I love the smell of this so, 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 so much. She got me a big set too, which has the shower gel, a small Katy Perry to take away with you. Purry, purry, purry. Katy Perry, whatever. Shimmering body lotion, the shower gel, the small travel size, the medium travel size, and then the Dock Off cat perfume. I've wanted the perfume for a very, very long time. It's kind of like sweet but mature. It's not that Britney Spears sweet candy. It's more that I am a 22-year-old, strong, independent cat woman smell. Yeah, really, really like this stuff. So, 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 so much. Next things I'm going to mention, Bedhead Glaze Haze. Bedhead Glaze Haze. I don't know what accent that is. I did a new hair serum. I'm running pretty low on my Moroccan oil now, and I wanted to try something a little bit different, and I'm really liking the Glaze Haze. It's a semi-sweet smoothing hair serum, and it smells amazing. It smells so, so, so good. It's like really, really sweet. And also from the same range, I invested in this. And this is the Hair Bodifying Sugar Spray Sugar Shock by Bedhead as well. And that one smells really, really sweet as well. Because I want to have more body in my hair from now on instead of just having flat, straight hair, which I don't think suits my massive cabbage patch face kid very much. I decided to invest in something that would make my hair a little bit bigger. Incredibly grateful for the stuff that I did get. It was nice to treat myself for the first time in what felt like absolutely forever. If you have any questions about the things that I mentioned in this video, let me know down below and I can let you know. I've spoken briefly about the products that I bought, but I didn't really want to, go into too much detail because it wasn't a review. It was just like birthday thingies, majiggy bobs. Yeah, so I'm gonna go now